Good day to all of you. Myself, Dr. Arvind Sharma, Associate Professor in Physics, Government Dungar College, Bikaner. Today, we are going to discuss a topic by Professor Murat Todlak. Professor Murat Todlak, how they explain the propagation of radio waves with path losses and line of sight and different aspects of the radio wave propagation. This is for your general approach about the microwave propagation and radio wave propagation, and the points given here is like a pinpoint points. That means special points are described here, so your conceptual background for microwave propagation and radio wave propagation is enriched. So let us start radio wave propagation. The wireless radio channel puts fundamental limitations to the performance of wireless communication systems, because many of the systems use wireless communication in microwave communication. Okay, radio channels are extremely random and are not easily analyzed. Modeling the radio channel is typically done in statistical fashion. Okay. Linear path loss. Suppose ST of power PT is transmitted through a given channel. If you have a source from PT, power is transmitted. Received signal RT. Power PR is average power over any random variation due to shadow. What is PR? Power PR is average over any random variations due to shadow. We define the linear path loss of the channel as the ratio of transmit power to the receive power. Okay, that means PL equal to PT upon PR. We define the path loss of the channel also in dB. We know that if we want to convert the loss in dB, so you just take log of it. That means log on the base of 10. 10 log 10. 10 log 10 PT upon PR. Then the ratio converted into decibel. This is non-negative number. Experimental results. This is for research interest. You can easily understand it, that how path loss in dB versus distance measured and predicted are shown here. Line of sight propagation. Line of sight propagation, we know that attenuation. What is attenuation? The strength of a signal falls off with distance. If a signal travels or propagate, then due to travel or propagation in the distance, its strength falls. Free space propagation. Transmitter and receiver have a clear line of sight path between them. No other source of impairment. Satellite systems and microwave systems undergo free space propagation. In your syllabus, there is also satellite systems and microwave systems undergo free space propagation. The free space power received by an antenna which is separated from radiating antenna by distance is given by Friis free space equation, which we already discussed. What is Friis free space equation? If there is a PT transmitted antenna, PR is receiving antenna, okay, then what is ZT and GR? Transmit and receive antenna gains. This is gain for transmitted antenna and this is gain for receiving antenna. Lambda wavelength, D is the distance, transmitted power, receiving power, okay. ZT and GR are dimensionless quantities. ZT and GR are dimensionless quantities that can be seen from this equation if you compare it with units or dimensions of an equation. Power, ZT, ZR, lambda square and D square is distance. So, ZT, ZR should be dimensionless. So, PR equal to PT, ZT, ZR, lambda square upon 4 pi D whole square. This is known as Friis transmission formula. Free space propagation example. The free space equation shows this is free space. Free space equation. Friis transmission formula and Friis free space equation show that received power falls off as the square of the TR separation distances. Okay, the received power decays with distance by 20 dB per decade because it depends upon square. Okay, so 20 dB per decade it decays. Example, determine the isotropic free space loss at 4 GHz for the shortest path of a geosynchronous satellite from the Earth. Distance is given. So PL equal to, we know that this formula, and using this you can calculate it. Suppose that the antenna gain of both the satellite and ground based antennas are 44 dB and 48 dB respectively. Okay, then PL equal to, from you can calculate by using this, because we know that according to formula you convert it in dB. Now we assume a transmit power of 250 watt at the Earth station. What is the power received at the satellite? So this is a very simple calculative examples that you can easily do from your formulas. Basic propagation mechanism. We know that there is reflection, diffraction and scattering if electromagnetic wave propagates. What is reflection? Reflection occurs when a propagating electromagnetic waves impinge on an object. We all know that such kind of phenomena, if some object is there, that object reflects the electromagnetic waves. Diffraction occurs when the radio path between the transmitter and receiver is obstructed by a surface that has sharp edges. That means the edges are of the order of the wavelength, as you know the condition for diffraction. Scattering. Scattering occurs when the medium from which the wave travels, okay, or medium through which the wave travels consists of objects with dimensions that are small compared to the wavelengths. If the objects have the dimensions small than the wavelengths, then scattering occurs. The number of obstacles per unit volume is large. If the number of obstacles should be per unit volume is large. Basic propagation mechanism. You can easily understand if you have a transmitter antenna and you have a receiver antenna. This is transmitter antenna and this is receiver antenna. And what will happen? From here, if there is an object which reflects, then this is reflection. There are obstacles, number of obstacles which are less than wavelength size, the possibility of sketch. And if there are edges, sharp edges, and diffraction is possible. So all three phenomena are shown geometrically, the possibilities of reflection, diffraction, and sketch. Free space propagation can be also expressed in relation to the reference point D0. If there is some point D0 which is D greater than D0, then PRD equal to PT K D0 upon D square, because we know that it depends upon the square of the distance, inversely proportional to square of the distance. D0 point from which we compare it. Here K is unitless constant. What is K? K is unitless constant that depends on antenna characteristics, and free space path loss up to distance 0. Typical value of D0. Typical value of D0, indoor 1 meter and outdoor 100 meter to 1 meter. These are the typical values that can be taken. Suppose that here this is a reference point of D0 and this is D for calculation. Simplified path loss model. Simplified path loss model. Simplified path loss model, complex analytical models or empirical measurements when tight systems specifications must be met. Based location for base stations, access points layouts. However, use a simple model for general trade-off analysis. That is PR equal to PTK D0 from D raised to gamma. Not 2, because in research, when they study, then they give this formula that this is not 2, but this is some factor gamma. Okay. In dB, it is given by PT. Here is PT plus K 10 gamma, okay, 10 log 10, gamma is here, 10 gamma log 10 D upon DC, okay. Best locations. Typical path loss exponents. Typical path loss. Typical path loss exponent. Okay. Empirically, the relation between the average received power and the distance is determined by the expression where gamma is called. What is gamma? Gamma is known as path loss exponent. We are taking gamma in place of 2. That is not true. We are taking it as gamma. Okay. Typical value of gamma, because PR proportional to D raised to gamma. Environment, which kind of environment, and path loss exponent gamma. For free space, it is 2. But in urban area, It is 2.7 to 3.5. In suburban area, this is 3 to 5, and indoor line of sight, this is 1.6 to 1.8 according to research results. Radio system design. This is not required for you. You just read the things for your general perception. Okay. Noise power. Noise power in receiver is usually dominated by thermal noise generated. Thermal noise generated in the front-ended receiver amplifier. In this case, noise power can be determined as Pn equal to F K D T0. F is receiver noise figure, T0 reference receiver temperature, Boltzmann constant receiver bandwidth. The noise figure of any device is defined as the ratio of the input signal noise ratio to the output signal noise ratio. F equal to signal noise ratio input upon signal noise ratio output. SNR in upon SNR out. Okay. System gain oblique feedback. There are many things that is not in your syllabus, only for your general understanding. System gain is defined to be the... I just want to explain how researchers explain their things in conferences and how they compile the topic in PPT form. That is also useful for your dissertation also. System gain is defined to be the difference in decibels. These all results are collected from different papers, different books. Okay, so only you just not bother about the so much kind of literature or things. If you don't understand, forget about that. Only just read this article for your general ideas about propagation, how the formulas varies, so you can easily understand, because the formulas are not so much typical also here. System gain is defined to be the difference in decibels of the transmitter output power and the minimum received power for the specified AS equal to 10 log 10 PT upon PRE. Now, combining the noise figure, if you include the noise figure, then this equation becomes, here you just take PRQ equal to SNR F K T0B minus D. D is the degradation from the ideal performance. What is SNR? Signal to noise ratio, PRQ upon PN. The formulas are taken directly here. Now you can understand here what is fade margin. System gain in conjunction with antenna gain and path loss determines the fade margin. And fade margin is given by AS plus ZT plus ZR plus 20 log 10 lambda minus AF minus 20 log 4. This is not for you. You just see how the terms and different nomenclatures is used for propagation. That is, fade margin is another word. Sail radius prediction. The signal level is same on a circle centered at the base station. If it is a radius r, find the distance r such that the received signal power cannot be less than P minimum. Okay. The received signal power at a distance d बराबर r is specified by PR will be equal to PT dB plus tan log 10 minus tan gamma log d upon d0, and PR less than P minimum. Solving the above equation for radius r, we obtain r less than d0 into this to 10 raised to 0.1 pt upon gamma, where pt equal to P minimum minus pt minus tan gamma. In next slides, some general things are shown how mobile telephone network works. Mobile operator, mobile control equipment, mobile station. Here is mobile base station also, mobile base station, and mobile control equipment network interface with PSTN. This is forward link. Here is a consumer, here is mobile operator. From mobile base station, this is forward link, and this is a reverse link. Each mobile uses a separate temporary radio channel. The cell site talks to many mobiles at once. Okay. Channels use a pair of frequencies for communication: forward link and reverse link. Limited resources. Wireless communication, that is optical, 10 is to minus 10. Wireless communication impairments for more severe, 10 is to minus 2, 10 is to minus 3 by typical operating BER of wireless links. More bandwidth can improve BER and complex modulation and coding systems. Everybody wants bandwidth in wireless, more users. Bandwidth is used. How we are to share the spectrum of accommodating more users? Early mobile telephone systems, given here how telephone system works, so you can easily understand here. Cellular approach, how it improves by cellular approach. Why cellular approach? What are cells and how idealistical cell and actual cell works. Only for your general knowledge you can see these. Next slides, frequency reuse issues. These are not in your syllabus, but you can just see it for your general purpose. So here we understand about the path laws. Okay, these are different formulas also given here. Approximate SIR. So basically this formula we use your according your syllabus, where we use 2, and here is a gamma factor which depends upon the medium. That is, it is free path loss, urban, semi-urban. Okay. So you can understand your fundamentals for free space path loss from this excellent PPT from Professor Murad Topak. So try to understand the concepts behind free space path loss and what are the research results. That means what are the latest results for this topic. Thank you all of you.